You're watching NBC 10 News Today.
A Delaware steelworker dies a horrible death after falling into a pit of boiling water and molten metal. Tonight, the NBC 10 investigators delve into the story of Tony FUHR and a hunk of steel that his family says could have saved his life.
My Valentine's sweetheart. We've had so many moments of laughter and caring, so many years of loving and sharing. Thank you for adding so much to my life, for being my best friend, my sweetheart, my wife.
Tony FUHR never had the chance to sign this Valentine's Day card to his wife Pam, or the one for his infant son. On Valentine's morning, 2003, Tony FUHR fell through this unprotected gap in the safety rail of this steel cooling pit full of boiling water and molten metal. It happened at this plant in Claymont, Delaware. There were no witnesses that saw Tony fall in, but there were several who heard and saw him after he climbed out of the pit, like this co-worker who recounts the horror in this taped deposition.
Like an animal scream. Steam was coming off of him, and you could start to see the skin was just starting to peel on his hands.
Tony had severe burns from head to toe.
I was talking to him. He was fidgeting a little bit, and his eyes were like tearing up and stuff like that, so he could hear me, and he said he could hear me.
But Tony never spoke. He died 2 weeks after the accident at Chester Hospital's burn unit. Under questioning in this taped deposition by the attorney for the FUHR family, the safety director for the company being sued, EnviroSource, says when federal safety examiners came through one of the company's other plants, they didn't recognize the lack of safety rails around the cooling pit as a hazard.
Did you?
Did not. And through the years, we have recognized this a potential hazard, and at the time that Tony had his accident, we had put up guardrails everywhere except right in front of the machine.
Where it was thought that a guardrail would interfere with the pivoting of this yellow machine that Tony sat inside of. It's critical to the job that Tony performed. But the FUHR's family attorney says the job also often required him to get out of the machine to visually inspect the steel slabs like these.
They thought, or they assumed, that they couldn't put a safety rail there. A safety rail that they put up after the accident. Their assumption was wrong. It was dead wrong.
That's Tony Jr. He was 10 months old when the accident happened. Pam says he looks a lot like his dad.
Ready? My turn. Count.
Now, the investigators contacted the attorney for the company being sued, EnviroSource. Its attorney refused an on-camera interview, nor would he comment off-camera about the case. However, in court papers, EnviroSource denies any negligence or wrongdoing.